Hi, Pookie.
Oh. Pookie.
Hi, Pookie.
Hi.
I can't get their accents right.
That's fair. I don't know exactly where this man comes from.
I don't either. For reference, if you don't know who we're fucking joking about, it's Pookie and I think his name is Jet.
That sounds right.
And they're these like hoity-toity old money people who do like fit checks and shit on Instagram.
They're kind of awful.
Yeah. Like, no, just like I think they're so out of touch with reality.
Yeah.
I think is the issue.
Yeah.
Like they seem very much in love.
Great.
And all that good stuff, you know, and happy and whatever. They are so out of touch with reality.
Yeah. You could still be...
Her name is Campbell, but he calls her Pookie. My favorite is the Pookinator. I don't know what it means, but it's so funny.
I'm glad that it brings you such joy.
Welcome to Spring Break Part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah, Spring Break. Last episode, we left off with a very interesting question that you posed yourself.
I know.
And then struggled with.
Yeah.
So
I've been sitting here for like a half
hard.
hour or something trying to figure out.
35 minutes.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. The question was, if you could have any lyrics tattooed on your body, what would they be? Considering I just got lyrics tattooed on my body, I have so many more I want. Do you want me to take the lead? Do you want me to go first? Or do you want
Sure, go for it.
Okay, so I have a whole like sleeve that I'm planning out that's just gonna be like all inspirational like song lyrics and stuff.
Okay.
And so I really want to get a couple of Jeremy Renner song lyrics, which I know like is gonna get me made fun of so hard.
What?
He's right there.
Like, who's going to make fun of you?
My mom.
Okay.
Fuck it up, Kim.
Like she makes fun of a lot of things.
She's like, that is she's never said this exactly, but the vibe is that is a white bread ass man and there's nothing special about him. But I played a song and she's like, it's a Jeremy Renner song, and she looks at me dead in the eye and goes, is this Fall Out Boy? I was like, no.
That could possibly be my favorite reaction she's ever had.
She was just so confused. She's like, it's not bad. I just didn't know what it was. And I was like,
you know, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
But I want to get a little bit of faith and a whole lot of miracles done.
Okay.
In like flowers and script. I think it'd be cool.
Okay. Nice.
What about you?
Okay.
35 minutes of digging later. Have you found anything remotely?
I'm sorry. Everything sounded stupid. So.
As it does.
Yeah.
Definitely. When I was getting mine done, I was sitting there and I was like, huh. like there's this moment that happens, and I've gotten 3 tattoos, and it's happened to me every tattoo I've ever gotten. Granted, I got 2 of them at the same time. But in the middle of both of them, I had this intense moment of, oh my God, like this is going to be on my body forever. And it's like that full on realization. And then it was cool after that. Like I was good. But I had this moment of like 2 seconds on every tattoo where I was like, oh no. And then I went, wait, why am I panicking? Like I'm paying somebody to do this to me.
Right. You already agreed to it.
Yep.
For mine, they're Dodie Clark lyrics.
Great.
And I'm struggling between 2 of them. They're right next to each other. There's Can You See the Panic Inside? I'm making you uneasy, aren't I? And then there's What Goes On Behind the Words is there pity for the plain girl. I think I like the second one better. Yeah.
Makes better tattoo, I think.
Yeah. So there's that one. And that's all I got in 35 minutes. Go me.
And like I have another one I want that's like not at all for like my inspirational sleeve.
Okay.
But there's an Orville Peck lyric. Like it goes, and they've never met a devil like you.
Oh, okay.
And like the whole song is like you're the villain in somebody else's story, regardless of how good you are and how much you love them or whatever. You can always be the villain in somebody else's story.
Okay.
And I thought it was real neat.
Very nice.
We love a gay cowboy. Speaking of gay cowboys, spring break!
So correct.
How was your spring break, Christina? What did you do?
It was good. Not as eventful as yours. I'll say that.
Unfortunate.
It happens. Basically, my spring break involved me doing my best while you were gone.
I feel so bad.
Don't feel bad. I watched your cats.
Sure did. How were they?
Good. You know, Garfield got way closer to me than he ever has before.
Yeah.
He was really needing human attention.
Yeah.
So he would like get all up in my lap. He would move my hand so that I pet him, and like he was needy. And you know, Cinder, she was also like around, and she would like get a little closer, but like he was really like, let's put those hands on my face. Thanks.
Yeah. We like to joke that it's taken our cats a long time to realize that they can be cats, because neither of them came from like normal circumstances where they were like free to be cats and explore things and whatever. Like Cinder came from a house like that was a little bit smaller than mine is.
Okay.
And there were 9 people living in it.
Oh my God.
And another cat.
Oh my God.
So she was always in really close quarters, and like she basically had a couple hiding spots that she lived in most of the day. You know, like up in the windowsill, underneath a bed, in a closet, like on a kitchen counter, like places where she was very much, this is where I'm okay to be.
Right.
And then Garfield was kind of the same way. I think he was also, so I got them both from a different base, like from 2 different people who like rescued the cats.
Okay.
And I think they said Garfield they found on the street as like either a runaway cat from somebody, or somebody dumped him somewhere.
I'm thinking the latter, considering his personality.
Yeah, so like he was a kitten somewhere. Somebody either took him in, or their cat had kittens, and then they dumped him because they didn't know what to do with him.
Right.
And then the people who were fostering him, amazing people, they have a lot of foster animals. So he was secluded in a room by himself. And one of the foster dogs was secluded in another room by themselves. And then they had their 2 personal dogs, and the 2 dogs that they were fostering had run of the rest of the house.
Okay.
So he had like trouble with I'm allowed to do things. And like it was kind of a emptier room. There's like a bed in there, a litter box, a nightstand with nothing on it, and like a couple things in the closet. Like there wasn't a whole lot for him in there. Like he had a bed and food and water and a litter box and like all the stuff he would have needed, but I don't think he had the full-on enrichment that he needed.
Right.
And so they're just bringing out the cats in each other, I think.
Well, that's good. But yeah, they were good. He ended up destroying like the one toy I know he likes.
I know.
And
Cinder
then I felt
hates that toy.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate, because I felt so bad that I bought like 4 more toys.
You did. I came home and I was like, oh, that's nice. One of them didn't get taken out of the packaging, and he was eating somebody was eating the packaging.
Oh, lovely. Well, you know, it got played with.
We thank you.
Yeah.
We thank you immensely.
Oh, well, I felt bad that I completely destroyed the one. There was literally only 1 feather left.
Like, I don't think you destroyed it, though. I think my son did.
Yes, but I was a part of the process.
Feather time is feather time. Everybody loves a feather on a string.
You sure do.
Like, really?
And then you came back.
I did come back. I appeared.
You did.
From the ether.
You did. And I had, like, Steven and I had friends.
You did?
Come into the country. They stayed with us for 2 weeks. And, you know, we made the rounds. We went to different places. Like, their main thing that they were interested in was, you know, there was Amanda and Ben.
Yeah.
And Ben was very interested in the historical aspects of everything. Amanda was more about the modern.
Okay.
So we had to...
And they were both like, let's eat the whole country. Let's eat around everything.
Yes, that's the one thing they for sure were like, we absolutely have to do this. We need to eat this many things in this in this variety. So,
and that's what I heard, and I was like, we'll get along.
Yeah. So we tried to have a good amount of everything. I don't know if we succeeded. I feel like a lot of the history part, there's not as much here as there is in other, like in Japan, it's mostly history. Yeah. There's not a lot of, like there are some modern places that you can go for sure. But there's a lot of history there. And here, you got temples, you got palace, is whichever one you want. And that's like, there's the
DMZ.
Okay, we didn't do that.
No.
They didn't have any interest in getting any closer to North Korea.
Which is so funny because my grandfather's like, can we do that? Because when I told him, I was like, yeah, you can go up to there. And he's like, you can? And like immediate interest.
Oh, yeah. Like that's a whole ass thing you can do here.
I feel like we're kind of few and far away from the other historical things too. Like,
yeah, like there's a lot in Seoul for sure. But I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that is, all the way in Busan, and like down by Jeju, and like just the rest of the country has a lot to offer. But we just happen to live right by Seoul.
Yeah.
So, and they didn't really want to venture out too far because they didn't want to be traveling the most. Yeah. While they were here, they wanted to enjoy the experience, not just sit on a train.
I've lived here for 2 years and I haven't even been to Busan because it's like a 2.5-hour train ride. And Jake and I have never been like, oh, well, it's 2.5 hours down and then we have to like have a whole day and then 2.5 hours back. And then that's just getting to like a subway station in Seoul and then it's commuting back home. And so we've never been like, yeah, let's do it.
That's fair. I don't know what's there. I know everybody recommends it, but I don't actually know if it's worth it or not. So
I've been imagining it like it's a mini Seoul kind of situation.
It might be. I'm not sure. Like, I know for sure Steven and I want to hit it before we leave.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Jeju.
4th of July, baby.
Hey. And then Jeju we want to hit for sure. And then Penis Park we want to hit.
So I want to go so bad. You want to hit it? You want to hit it, Christina? Pun intended.
Aye.
You said it first.
I did.
And you're taking your mom. It's my favorite part.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Actually.
Where'd your daughter take you on vacation? To see giant phalluses. Why? Where's your daughter taking you on vacation? I know we all went to a baseball game.
Yeah, and the Bears won.
Doosan kicked ass.
Hell yeah, they did.
We sat down and we saw one like bad play and we were like, oh, we're fucked.
Yeah, I was so worried because I was like, I brought them out here. I hyped up baseball and how good it is, and it really is a very good experience, honestly. Even if your team is losing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the fact that they like kicked ass eventually and they turned it around, oh, that was so nice. That was so nice.
The food was great, even though we had to stand in 3 very long lines for it. We got in a line that was the wrong line first, which was my bad. We got in the pickup line and we hadn't even ordered yet. And then we ordered other food. Oh, I had a great time.
Yeah.
I hope they did too. Like,
I think they did. From
what Amanda had said, she was like, yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But
like,
they think they were hitting the point of their trip where we're like, I'm tired.
Yeah. I don't think that they were anticipating walking as much as was required here. And then the fact that we don't have a car.
Yeah.
And you had to use public transportation for anything if you wanted to go somewhere.
Anything, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're in any city that you just use your car for everything, you're not used to walking so much. And here it's a bit of a shock to the body. So I think you're right. They were definitely getting, their dogs were barking.
When we first moved here, I was like, I knew it was going to be a lot of walking, but I was like, I walk all the time for work. Like, I walk the dogs. We walk,
Yeah.
Or singular dog, I guess. But, like, I thought I was a very walking person.
Yeah.
And then Jake and I moved here. And we walked, like, from the hotel we were staying in at Yongsan all the way out to E.T. Land. You know how far that is.
I think so, yeah.
We walked that.
Oof.
Instead of driving and parking at the mall and walking. Or taking a bus or something, we walked, like, a couple miles for that. And then we walked back, because what else do you do? Because we didn't have bus cards yet. We knew nothing coming in because we had no help.
Right.
It was awful.
I'm
And
so sorry.
it's okay. And then we moved here and we got settled in, and we'd venture out every once in a while and go do some things. But I just remember thinking, everything is so far away.
Yeah. And you're not wrong when you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Once you get it all dialed in and figured out, and you know what apps to use and how to pay for things to get around. Yeah, it's fine.
That, I swear, the closest Jake and I have ever been to divorce was on a highway out near Yongsan. When we found out, so we were using the wrong mapping system. So, like, the maps, like, were not up to date.
Okay.
And so they've since put in, you know how I don't know, you don't drive enough maybe. The very far lanes can be U-turn only lanes. Mm-hmm. And we were just trying to get into the left lane. And I was like, no, stay, like, in the left lane. And Jake's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, it's telling me right here, stay in the left lane.
Right.
You know? And we had to U-turn and, like, backtrack. We were so late to meet the realtor. We felt so bad. But I think that's the closest Jake and I have ever been to divorce. We were arguing. He was like, you read it wrong. And I'm like, I swear I didn't. Like, that's just, like, it's new or something. Like, it was so bad. It was so bad. And, like, now, and, like, it used to be, you get on a bus and you go 6 stops up and walk 2 blocks and go to dinner. And that's normal for us now.
Right.
Like, how far does it take us to get to Ye's? 45 minutes?
Probably, yeah. A good, like...
3 trains and a bus? Like...
Yeah.
And that's normal for us now.
Yeah, like, that's easy, actually. Going to Ye's, I'm like, oh, yeah, we could do that, no problem. But, like, going over by to where, like, the big palaces are, that's a little bit of a trek.
Yeah.
It's not the worst to get to. Like, it's definitely accomplishable, but it just takes more time.
Yeah.
But the complications in order to get from point A to point B, it's not as complicated as you think. Like, it looks very overwhelming at first, for sure. But it's a simple process once you know what's up.
And I know you have family coming in later this year, and so do I.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to stress that it's so much walking.
Yeah. You're not ready. Like, no one is ready for this unless you already live in a big city.
Like, I think my grandfather's, like, the closest person I know because he walks, like, 6 miles plus a day. Because that's what he does now. He used to bike. Now he walks.
Does he do it in city or does he do it in nature? Because that's also different.
Like, paved walking trail situation.
Okay.
Like, through suburbs.
Okay, so he might be okay.
Yeah.
Because if you're walking, like, if you're hiking,
no,
then, like, that's completely different.
Yeah.
It's not even comparable.
Through neighborhoods and stuff is mostly his jam.
Okay. He'll probably be fine.
I'm so scared that, because Jake will be gone again. Mm-hmm. He comes home in a handful of hours. But no. Feed the dogs.
I have to feed my children.
Good thing Steven's home.
Yep. Sorry about that. So
I hope we don't get demonetized. What?
Jake comes home.
Oh yeah, Jake's coming home, but then he leaves again in like 7 weeks.
Yeah, I hate that.
Boo. We're going to a ball. We're going to the ball. We're going to the ball. We're going to...
She had to twist
so excited.
Both of Steven in my arms.
Oh, so hard.
Like, he did not want to get a whole new getup for this.
I don't think I twisted Steven's arm as much as he likes to pretend that I did. Because I looked at him and I was like, you know, Steven, your wife's going to look real hot. And he went, yeah, okay. I thought you were there. Were you not there for that?
I think I was. Maybe. But, like, also, like, I don't...
That was
after trying to convince him for like a week, though.
Yeah. And he was like over it. He's like, I'll think about it. Yeah. You know, and so we stopped bugging him, and I'm like, Steven, I'm going to give it one more shot. And I went, like, he probably already had his mind made up. You know.
He was going to tell you no.
Yeah.
He was. Like, it didn't really matter. Like, he was just like, I don't want to. Like, that's a lot of work. I don't want to fuck with it. It's voluntary.
I think more things fell into place career-wise with you guys deciding on what you were doing. And if he was staying in and whatever. So, like, oh, a uniform, he'll need it. That sort of thing. And
no.
No?
No, nothing's changed.
I thought he was... I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it all mixed up with what my husband's doing. I don't
It's all good. It's hard to keep track
anymore.
Fair.
But yeah, getting a whole new uniform and all that crap.
Yeah.
But I literally just looked at him and was like, "Your wife's gonna look hot." And he went, "Yeah, okay."
And we can't guarantee that.
I can guarantee that right now. I guaranteed it already.
I don't know. I'm going to a ball. I haven't been to something where I've needed to wear something that required more than jeans in a very long time.
We went to a a Michelin star restaurant in jeans. Like, we are not dress up people.
No. We are not. Listen to you. You're in a dress, like, all the time.
I am in a dress. I don't like pants.
I don't understand why. They're so nice and freeing. And I can do this.
So can I.
And no one's going to be like, what's going on over there?
Gym shorts. That's what's going on over here. Gym shorts. That's what's going on over here.
Why are you slapping them?
No, felt necessary.
Anyway, so my friends left. After my friends left, then things were quiet for a little bit. You know, Jake's been gone. You've been here. We've been just kind of catching up with everything, getting into a routine. Yeah, all of that. And just kind of chilling for a little bit. And then as soon as it was like, okay, things are getting pretty chill, pretty nice, Steven hurt himself.
Oh, yeah. And all our sleep schedule's fucked.
Completely.
God.
Completely. Yeah.
I went to bed at 5 a.m. this morning.
That was a choice.
I know. Steven got hurt.
Yeah. He fell down some stairs and he hurt his ankle real bad.
Again.
Yeah.
It wasn't a hole this time.
Yeah. We've upgraded.
The opposite of a hole, actually.
Correct. So he might have a fracture, but he also might just have a major sprain. We're not sure. But
he's limping.
He's doing the limp, and he's got crutches, and he's being stubborn about everything, which is par for the course. But you know, yeah.
If we're not counting your daughter,
this
is the 4th time Jake or I has had to escort somebody to or from the hospital.
Yeah.
From your family specifically.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You were like, I'm so sorry, what can I do to... And I looked at you and I went, stop hurting yourselves. And y'all went, great, won't do it again. And Steven fell down the stairs.
Listen.
Like 9 months later.
I kept up my end of the bargain.
I know. I don't even know how you did that.
Did what?
Sliced your finger open?
I was washing dishes and I was going way too fast. And I had just sharpened my knives. And it just got me. And it doesn't even look like I sliced it, to be honest.
And didn't you have like family coming in or something?
No, I had a friend coming in.
Oh yeah.
And
somebody.
It was like I don't know, maybe 4 days before she was supposed to show up. And I'm like, oh, God.
Because first it was the Anya peeing all over herself incident. And then you sliced your thingy open.
Yep.
And then Steven stepped in a hole.
Yep.
And then he decided to fist fight a car with his head.
Yeah.
And then he fell down some stairs.
Yeah.
And
Oh, don't forget the doorknob.
Oh, no, there's 6.
Yeah.
And he wrecked his head on a freaking doorknob.
That's my man.
You need to wrap him in bubble wrap.
Yeah, like his mom the other day when she found out about the ankle thing, she was like, "Can I send you a bubble? Are you okay? Can I fit you for a bubble?"
We need the old man, this old seamstress man at Yongsan, to outfit him in a suit full of bubble wrap.
Perfect.
He's ancient. He could probably figure out how to do that. He's been around the block a couple times.
That's your measuring stick?
Yeah.
If they're ancient, they got it in the bag?
Yeah, like, they're ancient and they've been doing a skill for long enough. I'm sure they can figure out anything within the realm of that skill.
Okay. All right. I will accept that reality.
Great.
Perfect. And that's it. Like, that's been my life, is just adapting to this new injury for Steven. And then your husband graduated late
did.
for us last night.
1 a.m. is when they started walking.
Yep. So we stayed up, we watched, and then
thoroughly
you stood
enjoyed the song and dance portion. It's so goofy. I'm telling you, nom flashbacks. Like,
yeah, because, okay, here's the thing.
I am at... I'll look it up for you.
They had to recite the NCO Creed. And if you are an Army or military spouse, you know that creed because they had to practice. Whatever your military sponsor is, your husband, your wife, whoever, they had to recite this every time they promote. And when that happens in preparation, they look at you and say, "We have to practice."
I'm going to give you the first paragraph. Creed of the non-commissioned officer. No one is more professional than I. I am a non-commissioned officer, a leader of soldiers. As a non-commissioned officer, I realize that I am a member of a time-honored corps, which is known as the backbone of the Army.
Yep. It's real bad. And it is like 3 long paragraphs of just that.
No one is more professional than I am a non-commissioned officer, a leader of soldiers. As a non-commissioned officer, I realize I am a member of a time-honored corps, which is known as the backbone of the Army. I am proud of the Corps of non-commissioned officers, and I will be at all times conduct myself as to bring credit to the Corps, the military service, and the country, regardless of the situation I find myself in, and I will not use my grade or position to attain pleasure, profit, or personal safety.
And that is the first paragraph.
Yeah.
It's just, there's that.
They get loud. They start,
at the very
chanting.
end. Yeah, you're supposed to get louder at the last, sentence of the whole thing.
I will not regret, nor will I allow my comrades to forget that we are professional non-commissioned officers, leaders, hoorah, or whatever.
Nope, they're not allowed to say hoorah at the end.
Oh, but they should. Yeah. And then they sing.
Yeah. Oh, none of them can sing.
Favorite.
None of them can sing.
No.
They...
March along, sing the song. And it's all really bad.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to do my best, really bad impression there, but I don't know if it came across as bad as it truly is.
Nobody has that friend. Everybody has that friend that is just so off with their, they don't know pitch. They have no idea. And every single one of them has joined the military. All of them.
I know. That's why the military doesn't have a choir. But they have bands. And so my husband got confidence lists. He was top of the class, right? Number one.
Smart boy.
Teacher's pet, if you will.
Correct.
And he had to stand up in front of everybody and lead the NCO Creed and the song.
Leading the NCO Creed is just... standing up real straight, looking at everybody and saying the first
I am a non-commissioned officer.
Yeah, and then you can't even hear him anymore.
I lost it. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
They finished the song, and then and then the live cut out. They were done.
Oh yeah, there was no.
Thank you so much for coming.
Right, none of that. It was literally, I saw your husband on the stage awkwardly clapping.
Because he didn't know if he was supposed to clap or if everybody else was supposed to clap.
Yeah, and it was 5 claps in, done.
It was ridiculous, and I loved every moment of it.
But yeah.
We started, I know we're kind of getting to time here, but I've roped your husband into a television show.
Oh, yeah.
Pat on the back.
Once Upon a Time. is a show that you and I have both watched.
Yeah. I've watched it more times than a person should have watched that show.
Yeah.
I'll
agree with that.
I think my 7th or 8th time watching it all the way through.
So if you don't know a very specific piece of lore,
you're going to be disappointed in
me. Completely. Like, I'm sorry. You've set yourself up to be the holder of all the lore.
Yeah.
In Once Upon a Time.
I'm trying really, really hard. But just, Steven will go, oh, like, I know, I saw this, like, spoiler when Christina was watching it, right? So, like, I know.
Right.
Rumpel's kid is Henry's dad or whatever, right? But he'll be like, I don't know his name. Steven, cover your ears. His name
No, stop it. He's gonna listen. I know. But we can't.
I want to.
I know.
I want to.
He's got to naturally come into it.
I know. I don't think you understand how much I love him either. I'm not talking about Steven. I'm talking about...
the character?
Yes.
You love the character, or you love the man that plays the character?
Yes. So much. All of it.
You know, he is kind of your type.
You're like, he would. You would like him. I don't even know his name. Let me. Can I tell you his actor, like his real life name?
Sure. Steven, when you watch this or listen to this or whatever it is, whatever fashion you're going to be consuming this, don't look up this name.
Michael Raymond James. What a name. He's so cute. He's like Diet Skeetle Rich is what he is.
I don't know what that means.
So like the diet version or like the Wish version or like the knockoff version. Uh-huh. So here he is.
Uh-huh.
Let me show you Skeet.
Show me what?
Skeet Ulrich, the man.
It's a person?
Yeah, he's a person.
That was my issue, not the diet or the Wish version. Like that was fine. Oh, that guy. No, he's not. They don't look anything alike.
They look so alike to
They
me.
don't look anything alike. They are only alike because they are both male, they are both white, and they both have dark hair. That's it.
I'm not good at telling people apart. Everybody looks alike to me.
You literally look at every single guy on the street and say, that's just a man. Yes, but there's features. There are different features about certain people. And you can differentiate them based off of, oh, that man's chin, so angular.
Anybody commits a crime, never be able to tell a sketch artist what they look like.
Yeah, you're fucked.
I used to think I'd be really, really good at it. I would be garbage.
No. Garbage. Yeah, no. No crimes are allowed to happen around you. And if they happen around you, someone's got to be with you. You need a supervisor for crimes. We need to hold your hand.
like I need somebody to, like, when you say I need like a supervisor, somebody else needs to witness the crime, or like they just need to make sure I'm not near crime at all.
Just witness the crime so that they can actually tell people what actually happened correctly. Like you can tell them.
Is that why I don't go anywhere alone?
Probably. Well, there's also a various other list of reasons why, but like.
I'm a mess.
You can tell somebody what happened. You just can't tell anybody who did what.
No, I can't.
You could say the woman with the pretty dress, and they're going to be like, who? Do you remember anything else about her?
Yeah, she kind of looked like Carrie Bradshaw. She was wearing heels.
And she doesn't look anything like Carrie Bradshaw.
No, they both have big hair. That's about it. It's a black woman I'm actually describing. And I'm like, yeah, she looked like Carrie Bradshaw. I'm horrible mess at describing people.
So now I'm starting to think that I don't actually look like Elise Myers.
You look exactly like Elise Myers,
See,
Christina.
I don't know if that's true. We went through your ancestry, some of them.
Yes.
And
Florence.
There was a particular woman in your family history. Mm-hmm. You clicked on her and you said, that's you. Mm-hmm. And I said, No, it's not.
Was it the lady with Leroy or whatever? And her name was Mary Margaret?
I think so.
Mary Margaret something.
I think so.
Deshane or something. Or she was another one or whatever.
And she looks very, very close to Elise Myers. I will say that. She's got the same vibe. Mm-hmm. She does not look like me.
Yeah,
she does not look like me.
That's literally the first thing I told Jake about you.
And did he agree when he finally met me?
Yes.
Legitimately?
I think so. Steven agrees with me.
Steven, well, he's not exactly... He's kind of like you. Sometimes he has trouble with faces, too. I don't know. I feel like that's not real. You and Drew Barrymore, 100%. Me and Elise Myers...
Going off of the ancestry thing, found out I look like my mom.
Oh, yeah.
Just like exactly like my mother.
We found yearbook photos and oh my God. Oh my God.
She was so cute.
I never saw it.
Yeah, you never believed me.
Right, because like it was I saw pictures of how she is now.
Yeah.
And
as a full adult lady.
Right. And you still have, like I've mentioned in the past, you have like a kid factor to you. Like you look
I have my baby fat.
You look so young. And it's insane how young you can look.
Somebody asked me if I was 16 when I was on vacation, and I said no. I am 7 years older than that, my guy.
And your mother has already grown past that. Mm-hmm. So I could never see it. Mm. But now that I've seen her as a teenager, it's right there. It's right there. Like, you are her, essentially.
Copy paste.
Yep.
Good to know.
It's wild.
Anyway, I'm glad you had a good spring break.
I'm also glad I had a good spring break, too. So, do you have a question for us?
Oh, who's your favorite Disney princess? Once upon a time.
Oh, okay.
Who's your favorite Disney princess?
All right.
Well, I love you, Christina.
Love you, too.
Love you guys. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.